Hello, you are welcome. The question here says a body of mass 2 kg moving with a velocity of 3 meters per second collides with a stationary object of mass 0.8 kg. Calculate the common velocity after impact. So in this question, they move with a common velocity after the collision. So now let's start with what we are given in the question. So I'd like to state the given quantity. So I have the mass of the body. Because there are two objects, we call the first object as M1, and that is the mass 2 kg. And it is moving with a velocity of 3 meters per second. So that is the initial velocity with which it is moving with. So I call it U1 is equal to 3 meters per second. And then we are told that it collides with a stationary object of mass 0.8 kg. So the second mass, I'll call it M2, is equal to 0.8 kg. And then because it is stationary, the second object, because it is stationary, it means it is not moving. So it has no speed or it has no velocity. So we can say U2, that is its velocity is 0 because it is not moving, it is stationary. And then we are told that after impact, they move off with a common velocity V. I'll call that question mark. That is what we are looking for. So the common velocity with which they move after the collision process. So that is V. So the formula that connects these objects together is that their total momentum before impact is equal to their total momentum after impact, according to the law of conservation of momentum. So I have M1 U1 plus M2 U2. So this is the momentum. Don't forget, momentum is mass times velocity. So this is the momentum of the object, first object, and momentum of the second object before they collided. And then after they collided, their momentum will also be equal. So this time they move with a common velocity and their mass will be M1 plus M2. So that means initial momentum is equal to the final momentum, or momentum before impact is equal to momentum after impact. So we can now substitute the values. So M1 is 2 multiplied by U1 is 3. And then plus M2 is 0.8 multiplied by U2, which is 0 because it is stationary, and is equal to V, which is the final velocity with which they move off together. That is what we are looking for. And don't forget, M1 is 2 as usual, and then plus M2, which is 0.8. 0.8. So we can simplify further now. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So I have 6 plus 0.8 multiplied by 2 will give me 1.6. Sorry, this is 0. Sorry, this is a mistake. The velocity of the stationary object is 0. So this gives me 0. So this is 0. And is equal to 2.2 plus 0.8 will give me 2.8. Multiplied by V will give me 2.8 V. So finally, I have 6. 6 plus 0 is 6. And that is equal to 2.8 V. So now the next thing for me to do is to divide both sides by 2.8 so that I can get the value of V. So I simply say over 2.8 and then all over 2.8. So this 2.8 we cancel 2.8. So I'm left with V. Let me write the V first. And it's equal to, when I have 6 divided by 2.8, is going to give me 2.14. So that will give me the value of the velocity there as 2.14 meter per second. So this is the velocity with which they move off together as the final velocity. And there's the final answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and share this video so that others can learn from it. And don't forget to join me in my next video. Thank you for watching.